I just realized that I've still got my happy birthday streamer up here from like almost a month ago. Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, aka TheGirlWhoKnots, and welcome to another crochet vlog. We are kicking off today, which is Monday by the way, with a safety eye order. This safety eye order comes from Emily, and Emily got a pair of Gengar, a pair of Melotic, a white pair of Night Fury, and a white pair of Orchid, all in 30 millimeters. Stickers, we have a little plant and a little be kind to your mind. Thank you, Emily, for your order. I'm going to pack this one up and send it off first thing this morning. For the rest of the day, the plan will be to paint more safety eyes because I am doing a drop this Friday, I believe it is. I am doing a restock and then I have 2 new colors coming. I'm going to focus on that because it is good weather and I can actually open the door without freezing half to death. So I'm going to paint as much as I can today. And then I need to just tidy the house, boring stuff. And then tonight I will probably crochet because at the time of filming this, it is the 25th of August and we have a convention, which is Gamma, on the 6th of September. So it is just over 2 weeks away. I'm low-key wanting to get the safety eye orders done as quick as I can so that I can purely focus on crocheting, but I think it's also good for my hands that I'm doing half and half during the day. I do plan on going through my stock and actually writing down what I need to restock and the things that I want to make before then. That will also be on the agenda, but for right now, I need to go get groceries and send off Emily's parcel. So I'm gonna go do that. I feel like I spent most of my filming sitting on the floor, but I think it's been a day since I spoke to you. Maybe not, I honestly cannot remember, but I spent some of today and some of yesterday painting eyes. So let me show you. Today and yesterday, I was focused on restocking my Fury eyes. This is a bit better of a look. So we have Night Fury and we have Light Fury. I only realized this morning that this green is not the same green that I had for my other Night Fury. I think it still looks really, really good. Like it's still Night Fury. It's like an in-between of the colors that you can see. It's still a very toothless green, so I'm still happy with it. I was just looking for the Light Fury color and I was like, that's not the right green that I used for the other eyes, but that's okay. That just teaches me that I need to be more organized. That's what I've been doing safety eye wise, and then crochet plushie wise, I have been focusing on restocking my chicolitas. This is a free pattern over on Instagram by Lazy Frog Co. I took 5 of these guys to Oscon and I plan on taking 4 at least. Today is currently Tuesday and I only literally just realized today that Gamma is next Saturday. Needless to say, I am now very stressed. I haven't even done a stock take to see what I have left over from Oscon. I'm doing it tonight because I worry about Forrest being around all of the plushies, so I like to do it when my partner is home. That way I can get all of the plushies out. I need to do a head count to make sure that what it says that I sold is right to what I have and make sure that nothing got lost or anything like that. And whilst I'm doing a head count, I will also be writing down all of the things that I need to restock. I think I'm then going to write things that I would like to make more of, but isn't a priority. And then I also want to have some things that are new that I really want to add to the table. Those things will take priority over the things that I would like more of, but isn't too, necessary, because I literally have how many days do I have? 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 days. That made it so much worse. That will be the plan for tonight, as well as obviously crocheting a lot. I also have this safety eye drop to do. I don't know where I'm gonna find the time, but I'm gonna try my best. If I have to push this back a couple of days because Today's Tuesday. I said I was releasing it on Friday and I still have 4 or 5 colors to paint. If I have to move it a few days, it's fine. It's not the end of the world, and I would rather do that than be really stressed or not have everything the way that I'm hoping it will be. That's the plan for the rest of the day. It is like 3 p.m. This morning was me taking Forrest for a walk, painting eyes, him going to the vets for like the 3rd time in 2 weeks because his wound, I think I said, oh, am I talking about you? He's got a ball in his mouth and he's so cute. Because his wound was very close to getting infected and they just wanted to keep an eye on him. But he went today and he is all good now. Ah, who's that? So today has been a bit hectic, but I am going to crochet until my partner gets home. We'll probably make dinner, all that good stuff, and then I will probably do the plushie count after that. Good afternoon. It is like 3:30 p.m. I actually spent the whole day editing my Oscon vlog, which was a lot of text. So it took quite a lot of time. I literally started it at like 9 a.m. this morning, but it is finally done. So I wanted to show you what I ended up making last night because I have been crocheting very late at night to try and get some prep done. I did end up going through my stock and I'll talk about that in a second. But last night I ended up finishing some chikorritas. When I made these guys for Oscon, I didn't actually have the little mouth, but I kind of wanted to add it this time and I think it just looks so funny. I love it. We have 4 chikorritas all together, so super happy with that. I did take 9 to Oscon, but we're on a time constraint, as you will see. I have so much stuff that I want to get done in the next 9 days before we have Gamma, so I am sticking with 4. I'm happy with 4. When I looked at the stock, I realized I needed to restock 10 chickens. I already had 10, but I needed to restock another 10. So I started that as well. And I needed 4 brown chickens, which I have the bodies for. Obviously haven't done the combs and the mouths and everything like that. And then I also needed to restock 1 blue chicken. I don't have my normal blue that I usually do for chickens. I don't have any of it left. So I am using this super, super light blue, but I still think it'll look pretty. That is everything that I made last night. And as I mentioned, I went through all of my stock and wrote numbers for everything. Oh my goodness. Hello, little man. Oh my goodness, hello. Hello, didn't you know I was in here? Oh, hello, my sweet, sweet boy. You say hello, you say hello, hello, hello. Speaking of him, I wrote everything down and then Bro came and ripped it off. So I don't have what I was going to say, I don't think. Wait, I do. Ignoring what I just showed you from last night because they were not involved in the count, I have a total of 111 plushies in my stock. That is including everything that I restocked since Oscon, which was 33 plushies, which, quick math, that means I had about 78 plushies left over from Oscon and I've only restocked 33 in the last like 3 weeks that I've been prepping, which is way less than I thought I had prepped. I don't know if it's because I did end up being sick for like 2 weeks after Oscon. I just could not kick the sickness. Oh my gosh. And then this one also got neutered at the same time. So it was a very hectic household, wasn't it? It was a very hectic household. The book is not for you to chew. Needless to say, that stressed me out so much more. I know I'm not going to have as many plushies as I took to Oscon. I took around 250 and that was me prepping for at least 3 months for that market. Maybe not hectic for 3 months, but the majority of 3 months. And for Gamma, I've only had 3 weeks, so I need to give myself a little grace. I know I need to, but I just love to have as much stuff as I can at these conventions. What I did was go through what I had and wrote all the things that I need to restock. Thank you. Which is this list. Do you see how long this list is? And I also realized that I forgot to put axolotls on this list and I want at least 4 of them. So quick math once again. Anyway, I have like 83 plushies written down. Am I good? I have 9 days until this convention. The numbers are simply not numbering. I will probably condense this list. This was just In an ultimate universe, this is what I'd love to get done, but clearly that's not going to happen. I only have 9 days and I'm not the fastest crocheter in the world. Although I did write 4 chickaritas on here just so I had the satisfaction of marking it off straight away so that I felt more productive. But this is our game plan, and this is where I had the 5 chickens that I restocked written down. So we've also knocked down half of 5 chickens, which is really, really good. Since I've finally finished editing, I am now going to crochet, and I will be crocheting every night until like midnight for the foreseeable future. But for now, I think what I'm gonna work on tonight, let me look up my massive list. I'm gonna work on chickens tonight. I hope that I can get them all done. I feel like if I sit down and really smash it out, I can. Good morning and a happy Thursday. It is almost the weekend. I am so excited. Yesterday wasn't the most productive day in the world. I had to edit my Oscon vlog and it took literally like 5 to 6 hours for me to edit because I had to write so much text and convert currencies and all that sort of stuff. But I did push myself to crochet last night and look what I got done. I ended up getting all 10 chickens done that I needed to restock. So we have 4 brown chickens. 4 brown chickens. We have 3 pink chickens. I ran out of this hot pink after the 2, so I made a light pink chicken. Does it look light pink? I promise it is light pink and not white. We have 2 little black chickens and we have 1 little light blue chicken. I actually love how this light blue turned out. That makes me so happy, especially since I couldn't get too much crochet done yesterday. So that's all the chickens restocked and I am so happy about it. Right now it is currently 10:30 and the plans for the rest of the day are tonight we're actually going to a basketball game that starts, I think, at 5:30. So I don't really have too much time during the day to actually crochet. The next thing we are going to make is actually a pattern test for Sky Stitched Creations. And it is this Cookie the Kookaburra pattern. How cute is it? I knew when I applied for this testicle that it would be very close to Gamma and I was very nervous doing it, but I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness, how can I not? I'm Aussie and it's also just so stinking cute. That is what I'm going to work on today. I don't know how many I want to make. I'm thinking 3 to 4 would be amazing. The pattern lists a size 6 yarn with a 6mm hook. So that in my mind makes me think of Banat blanket. So that is what I'm going to use. The colors we have are this super pretty blue. I don't think I've ever used this and I have had this for over a year. I bought this so long ago to make mushrooms, I believe. It is this stormy blue, I'm pretty sure it's called, or something like that. It is this blue color and I just absolutely love it. We also have a light brown, a white, and a dark gray color. How stunning are they together? I think they're going to look really, really good. So that's what I'm getting started on today. I would love to be able to get all 3 or 4 done today. I would also love to kind of take something to the basketball to work on, but I don't know. I don't know if I should just leave it tonight. I might have time when I get home. I don't know. But for now, I'm going to go make a little Cookie the Kookaburra. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had lunch and I have been just sort of slowly, casually making this kookaburra, but look what I got finished. How cute is it? Obsessed with the colors. I feel like they are so pretty. I'm pretty sure actual kookaburras, the blue is like a bright blue, but you know, to go with the like tones of the other colors, I feel like this blue just matches so well. The only part I struggled with was the beak. The beak in the pattern is made with a worsted weight yarn, but literally the only worsted weight yarn I had was so thin that I just possibly couldn't use it. So what I did was, this is Zaddy Crafts gray yarn, and I just used a 4mm hook to try and make it a similar size, and I feel like he turned out really, really good. This guy is no-sew. You make the beak, the 2 wings, and the tail, you crochet them in, tack the wings, and then the little feet are surface crochet. I feel like once you get the hang of this guy, he will be really, really quick. So I need to make 2 more of them. I think 3 is a good number. I just rewrote the list of things that I really need to restock, and including this guy, I need like 39 plushies to make my minimum of what I want to take to the market. So I have a lot to get done. 3 of him it is, and I am going to see if I can get them done before we go to basketball, but if I can't, I will just work on him when I get home. Little man just went to his very first day at doggy daycare. I just dropped him off to his first day of doggy daycare, and then I also went and got some groceries. So it is now like 9:30, probably 9:30. And I want to catch you up on what I got done yesterday. So last time I checked in, just after that, before we went to basketball, I got all of the little pieces for the kookaburra done. And then I wanted to make something in the car on the way to basketball. So I started this little loaf kitty. Can you even tell it's a cat? Not really. This little loaf kitty. I thought this was using Banat blanket, but I'm pretty sure this is a Motivera yarn because it is turning out quite sizable. And then when we got home from the basketball, I got straight back into it, and I ended up making the main bodies for the kookaburras. They're just so cute. I can't wait to see them sitting on the stand together. I think they're gonna look so adorable. All I have to do for these guys, I think, is just the facial details and add their little feet. That's what I'm going to do today. I might end up finishing that cat today as well, and then I'm gonna have to move on to something else. I'm thinking definitely something in chenille yarn because my hands get so sore after like not too long of working with blanket yarn. So maybe I'll move on to Junimos or maybe some axolotls, something along those lines. But for now, I'm going to get the kookaburras done, this cat done, and have my coffee. Slight change of plans. I've actually decided to come to Spotlight because I ordered a bunch of a new Halloween themed yarn that just came out. I got a message this morning saying that it was ready to pick up, so I thought, why not? I'm gonna go in, have a look. There is another yarn I have been told that is new and possibly in stores, so I'm gonna check that out as well. And yeah, just have a look around, be a little Milan's goblin. Hopefully the Milan gods are nice to me today, and just see what we can find. Goods are secured. Now I just need to find my $5 off voucher and possibly go back in and get more yarn. We got it. The wind today is absolutely destroying my hair. Get me out of here before I do so much more damage. Let's go home. Hey. Do we have some yarn to go through or what? Did I go a little crazy? Yes, I am totally aware, but my justification is that, for one, very cheap. They were on sale. I'll explain a bit later, but also it's Halloween themed and I'm a Halloween girly. It's my favorite holiday, even though we barely celebrate it here in Australia. So I couldn't not, and I stocked up on it. Let's take a very deep breath and go through all of this yarn. The sun keeps like poking its head in and out, so the lighting's probably gonna change as we go, but that's fine. We have yarn. Look at this Halloween yarn. Oh my gosh, I love it so, so much. There were a couple of colors I didn't get. There is a full orange color, a solid orange color like this. And then there is an ombre color of green, green, orange, and purple, I believe it is. And I just looked at it and I honestly just would not know where to start with it. Crochet by Sammy actually did a review of this yarn. If you haven't checked her out before, please do. And she said the orange wasn't that great. So I'm trusting her word and I steered clear of the orange. But I got these colors. I believe the ombres I only grabbed one of, but we may find more as we go. I definitely stocked up on the purple and the plain black color because I can use them all throughout the year. I believe this yarn said it was originally $8 and it was down to $5.60 Australian, so that's a bargain. And I took advantage of that bargain. I'm now gonna sort it all out and see how many of each skein I have. Is it also skein or skein? Do I say it wrong? Probably. I am the worst person at pronouncing things, but I don't know. I thought I had it with skein, but then I feel like, wait, what did I just say? Skein, skein, skein. I don't know. The more I say it, the more it just sounds wrong. I did find the section of the Halloween yarn in Spotlight, but it was pretty small. So I feel like if you want some, I don't know when this video is coming out. I'm sure it will still be in store, but if you want some, I would definitely grab it quick because there was like half a storage bin full of the Halloween yarn. Oh, and I forgot to say that the Milan gods did not like me today. They haven't liked me for a while now, so that was very sad. I don't know what's happened to Queen Bien's store because it used to be so good for Milans. They used to always have like 2 bins stacked to the top, and lately there's been like half a bin. I don't know what's happening, but it's not my favorite. I did end up actually grabbing more of the Halloween yarn whilst I was in the store, so I need to add that as well. yeah, I did. I think this is everything. So, as I said, I was right with the ombre colors. I only got 1 skein of each. I'm just very scared to be stuck with Halloween themed yarn. I don't know how Halloween things really sell here. I haven't really dipped my toe into that market before. I feel like this color would be so sick for like witches type vibe, and then this is giving very candy corn or like maybe pumpkins, or Sammy did make a cat in this color and it looked sick, so maybe that type of vibe. Don't know, but I grabbed 1 skein of each. These are also 150 grams per skein, which is pretty good. It's like a little mini cake. I don't know. For purple, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 skeins. As I said, whilst it's cheap and available, because knowing Spotlight, they will discontinue this and I don't know how much longer we have left with them. So I'm going to stock up, and this purple, it looks way more blue on camera, and that could be the camera or it could be the lighting, either one, but this purple is just such a good stable purple that you can make dragons with, or I don't know what else is purple. Dragons is the first thing that came to my mind, but I'm super excited to use it. It is so soft. By the way, I did feel the orange in store and it doesn't feel as soft. I'm glad I just stuck to the purple and black. Speaking of black skeins, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cannot hold them all, and I lost 1 skein all the way over there, and I'm not going to grab it right now, but I have 10 skeins of black. I don't know why I thought I ended up with like 7 or 8, but no, we have 10, which, you know, you can't go wrong with a black blanket yarn. I really want to use this for Night Furies for Toothless, so that's probably what it will go to, but you know, black cats, that's also very Halloween-esque. There's just so many things you can make. I stocked up whilst I could, if you couldn't tell. Whilst I was in the store at Spotlight, I spotted a new yarn that both Sammy and my friend Jenny told me about, and that is this yarn here. It is this thinner sort of chenille yarn. It's 100 grams below Jolly and Joy. I've never seen it before. They did message me last night to tell me about it, and I said I would have a suss to see if it was in stores. It suggests a size 6 hook. I don't know about you guys, I don't have the tightest of tension in the world, but if I used a size 6 for this, I would have that many holes in it. I would definitely be using a 5, but they did say that it would be similar to Patty's Plush. The white is the velour yarn from Spotlight and the red is Patty's Plush. I think they would work really, really well together, so that's really good. This yarn did come in a few colors. It seems very Christmas themed, even though I don't even want to think about Christmas right now, but they are apparently. So we have white, which I grabbed 2 skeins of. They had some browns, which you know is my favorite. They had this dark chocolate, which gorgeous. And this little like tan color. Was I really good and I only grabbed 1 of each? I was really good and grabbed 1 of each. Wow, she's learning. There was this green, which I also, once again, just love the color of. We had the black skein, of course, and then we have this red. Very Christmassy, very Christmassy. It's literally called Christmas Red. They did have a deeper red as well, but honestly, I didn't want to grab one of every single color, although I think the other red was the only color I didn't grab. I liked this shade of red a bit more, so I grabbed that one too. Excited to try that out. Another yarn that I haven't actually tried from Spotlight. It's not new though, or it may be on the newer side of things, but I haven't used it before, is this Polar Chenille yarn. It is a velvety styled yarn, but I have heard good things. It's not usually my type of yarn that I would go for, but I saw this green in store and I thought that would make really cute frogs. So I thought I would give it a go. You know, I think it was the last green that they had. And then they also had this really, really pretty blue color. I thought this would be amazing for my whale keychains. I do need to restock them. So I thought that that would be a really pretty color. Hopefully I like it because I bought 3 skeins of it. Last but not least was something in there, I think it was in their clearance section, and I've actually been looking for them for quite a bit, and that is a little crate. I have seen crates in store before. I think Kmart has sold them and things like that, but I have not seen a green one. They're usually pink, and I'm not a pink girly if you didn't know me. I'm very much a green, blues type of girl. So when I saw this, I got very excited. If it's gonna pop in. Oh, there we go. I know I did just get golden wire baskets for my markets, which I'll obviously still use, but I don't know. I just saw these and I thought they would be really cute, especially because a lot of my signage and my theme is green. So I feel like this green basket sitting on top of my white tablecloth on top of my banner would, like, you know, tie in a little bit more, if that makes sense. So I grabbed 2 of them. How much were they, you ask? Great question. They're $6 each. She's a steal. They were $6 each. Oh my goodness. The Halloween yarn was $5.60, as I said. And then this Polar Chenille was $5 a skein. And this yarn was $6 a skein. So I think that's pretty good price. Can I fit these in here? For no particular reason. Even if I don't use them for markets, I feel like they'd be really good in like my background to hold things. I don't know. I feel like I'm someone that you can never have too many storage baskets, containers, things like that. So super happy with them, and it's $6 a piece. Okay. I have actually been home for a little bit. I had lunch and then I decided to finish off the kookaburras. So, kookaburras, get it? Because its name's Cookie and it's a kookaburra. I should message them that. But I finished all 3 I keep calling them capybaras, man. I finished all 3 kookaburras and I just love them so much. They're gonna look so cute sat next to each other. I just really love the shades of colors next to each other. They're just so pretty. I love them so much. I kind of want to keep one. That means we have 3 kookaburras to take to Gamma, which I am super happy with. I am going to leave it at 3. Next on the agenda is to finish the loaf cat, and then I get to move on to something new, which I'm thinking I am excited about this yarn. So I might move on to whale keychains after that, or maybe the frogs, I don't know. But just something really small and like super quick. I just really want something quick and a little bit less using my brain, because that pattern test definitely did use my brain quite a bit. So I super recommend that pattern, by the way. It is so, so cute and it does work up relatively quickly. I'm sure it will be out by the time this video goes up, so I will link it in my description box down below if you want to check it out. For now, I need to put all of this yarn away. Lord knows where I'm putting it, because I definitely don't have space in this yarn cube or up there. I think I'm gonna have to start stacking up here next to my Bunnings hat. I'm gonna put all of this yarn away, make a cup of tea, and then finish that loaf cap. It is now actually Sunday afternoon. I didn't film yesterday, but I wanted to show you everything that I've made so far. This probably isn't going to be in the right order, but I made some sitting frogs. I ended up making 8 of these guys. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I used multiple different shades of green, as you can see. Ooh, just because I had some green yarn that I had little bits and pieces of, so I wanted to use it up. That is also all of the sitting frogs that I wanted to get restocked done, so that is all highlighted off the list. Next thing I ended up making and almost fully restocking was some axolotls. I made 3 of these guys and I want to make 4 total, so I still need to make another one, which is going to be the plan tonight. I feel like I've gone very blues, so maybe the next one will have to be in like a pink. No, that one's pink. Maybe in like a red, orange. I have no idea, but I will make one more tonight. I did end up finishing this cat that I think I started on Friday, and then I also made this little pink kitty. As you can see, there is quite a size difference. I usually sell this size for 25, so I think I'm going to sell this guy for 30. I believe that brings us to 4 loaf cats total plus the bigger one. I also restocked the little whale keychains. So we have 4 in total, which is all that I wanted to make. We have this little navy blue whale and a little light blue whale, which is actually using the new chenille yarn that I showed you guys the other day. It's in this yarn and I really, really liked working with it. It is so, so soft and it barely sheds, and I think it really gives a nice sheen to the plushie. I'm glad that I ended up grabbing it, and I will definitely be using it more in future, although I'm sure it's going to get discontinued like every other yarn that we love at Spotlight. The last plushie I ended up making was actually not on my list at all. I was sitting there looking at the list and I don't know, I just thought I really want some more new plushies that I haven't made before, so I ended up making this little oddish. I need to make his little leaves stand a little bit better. But how cute is he? He's got 2 little feet. I don't know if you can tell because the lighting is a little shocking today. I loved this guy so, so much. I ended up making 3 of them so that they can fill a rack nicely. This is a free pattern over on Instagram, and yeah, I'm excited to have him at the table. I think it brings something new and hopefully he goes over well. You are meant to make 5 of the leaves, but I made 3 and I thought that that was enough, you know. It still got across that it's an oddish. So made 3 of these guys. I feel like it'll fill the rack well, and yeah, I'm excited to see how they go. That is everything that I made over the last couple of days. Now we are on the same page again. I need to sort out what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. As I said, I want to make 1 more axolotl so that that is fully restocked, and then I'm thinking of making 2 jumbo-sized chickens for fun, you know? I got requested at Oscon to make a big chicken, so maybe that's something I'm going to add into the mix. For now though, I'm going to add all of these guys into my stock and we shall see what I end up getting up to. My eyebrows today are just like a little feral, but happy Tuesday. We are starting today off with a little safety eye order. This one is from Kaylee or Callie, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they grabbed 30mm pairs of eyes, one in Espeon and one in Squirtle, both white pupil, which I think are so pretty. A little bit biased. We also have some stickers, one that says "You matter" and a little plant. Thank you for your order. I cannot wait to see what you make with the white pupil eyes. I'm yet to see a plushie with some white pupil eyes on it from this drop specifically, so I'm so excited to see what you make. It has been a day since I updated you guys, so let's see what I made. I ended up restocking Junimos, so I just wanted to do the green color. I do have some leftover stock and I believe they're light blue and purple or pink, I can't remember which one. So I wanted to restock green because he sold out so quickly last time. I probably should have started with this one, but I ended up making the last and fourth axolotl in this like orange and red color. He's giving fire, volcano vibes. I did have a request at Oscon for some big chickens, so I ended up making 2 big chickens, one in this like tanny brown color and a white chicken. These weren't on my must make list. These are on like the extras if I have a little bit more time before the market, but I was playing a game with my partner that is a turn-based game, so I was crocheting at the same time and I made that axolotl and then had an hour or two, so I thought that these were really good, quick, and I could do them whilst not really like thinking too much about it because I remember this pattern off by heart. So 2 big chicks to join the table. I haven't had big chickens before, so I'm interested to see how they go. And then the last things I made last night were these 3 chicken flocker keychains. I believe that leaves around 4 different things that I have on my must make list, and I have today, Wednesday, Thursday, and part of Friday left to crochet. So I might actually be able to get a bit more done than I thought I could, which is really, really good. But for now, I am actually going to sell a bunch of my Honey Bunny Parfait Chunky, this top shelf. If you've been here for a little bit, you know that I am trying to work through that stash. But yesterday I looked at it and I was like, I just want to sell as much as I can of it because it's honestly going to take me so long to get through it. And I honestly just don't enjoy working with it as much anymore. And I also have a bunch of worsted weighted yarn that I am literally never going to use. So I'm going to sell that as well, which means I need to get it all out and take photos, and I'm just putting them on my Instagram stories and yeah, seeing if anyone wants any for a cheaper price. Obviously, I'm gonna go do that and then, I don't know, I'll find something else to work on. I think I'm going to be working on cockatoos next. I ended up selling a big bulk of that yarn yesterday, and a person that ordered some yarn off me also ordered some eyes, so I wanted to show them to you. These are for Elisa, and Elisa grabbed a pair of 30mm Gengar, Garnet, Dagger, and Candy Crush, and a pair of 30mm Orchid, 25mm Orchid, and Cider. We have 2 stickers, Let the Good Times Roll, and a little capybara having some beans, or cooking beans, I think. I'm going to pack this one off and send it with all of the other yarn packages that I have to send out now. I also have like 12 skeins or 14 skeins for somebody local, so I did a pretty solid job. I think I only have like 11, 12 skeins left. That's in chenille yarn. A lot of it is grey. Not a lot of people need grey apparently, but I may keep it. I may put it on Marketplace. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna go send them off now and then I'll come back and we can chat about what I made last night. Just kidding. It is now actually the next day and now I'm going to show you everything that I made from yesterday, the night before, and I haven't done anything today. So let me show you. Today is currently Thursday and it is like 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. I made 3 cockatoos. This is the same pattern that I made the mallards and the pigeons in. It is by Crochet Amigurumi, super quick, super cute, and I just wanted to add another little Aussie animal to the table. Next, I made some Kirby's. I can't remember if I said, but in my last market video, I didn't have any more oval eyes, so I ordered more. And I think they just make him look so much more like Kirby. I will probably put some blush underneath the eyes, maybe a little mouth. I'm not really sure yet, but I ended up making 4 of these guys. I do plan on making more, but I'm thinking of leaving it till tomorrow night, so Friday night, because tomorrow I need to bump in, I need to do my market inventory, all of that good stuff. So I think having something this small and easy to make is good to save until tomorrow night. I made my tried and true trusty little Totoros. I ended up making 3 of these guys, which will bring our total to 4 Totoros, which I'm really happy with. Plus, I do still have 1 in blanket yarn. And last but not least, I ended up making 2 Tassie Devils. This brings our total to 3 Tassie Devils, and I am so happy with that. That means that I finished my list of things that I really wanted to get done. The only thing I didn't get done is that I wanted 6 Kirby's, but like I said, I will focus on them tomorrow night, and that I'm pretty well happy to make as many as I can. I'm so happy to have these guys done and have that list complete, because those were the things that I really needed to get done. And then I can use the very small amount of time that I have between now and Oscon to make any little extras that I can, that I have time for. However, for now, that is where I'm going to leave today's video. Thank you for joining me in another market prepping vlog. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on the market vlog. I do bring you guys with me to the convention so we can hang out and you can see what it's like being a vendor there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day or night wherever you are in this big wide world, and I hope I get to see you in the next video. Bye.